Chapter 50. A bogus official is put to shame. A champion procures official rank for a friend. As Wan was watching the opera in Chin's house, the magistrate burst in with constables and carried him off in chains. Sinso Shi, Cao the Han Lin, and Secretary Chin gazed at each other in horror and did not know what to do. The opera came to a stop. Sinso Shi was the first to break the silence. "No doubt, sir," he said to Cao, "you can guess at the reason for your friend's arrest." "I haven't the slightest idea, but I do think Magistrate Fang was ridiculous to put on an act like that." "You've made me lose face very badly by having one of my guests arrested," said Chin. "You are wrong there, kinsman," protested Cao. "At home on leave, how could I know he was in trouble? In any case, he was the one arrested, not I. So what are you afraid of?" At this point, the steward came in. "Sir," he said, "the players want to know if you would like them to go on or to leave." "My guest is in trouble, not I. Let them go on." As they sat down once more to watch the opera, they noticed the fourth Mr. Fang sitting watching them from a distance with a sarcastic smile. "Fourth brother Feng," said Chin, "do you know anything about this?" "How could I?" "In that case, why are you smiling?" "I am smiling at you, gentlemen. Your friend has already been hauled off. Worrying won't help matters. In my humble opinion, you should send an intelligent man to the county yamen to find out what has happened. In the first place, you'll learn what's become of Mr. Wan. In the second place, you'll learn whether you are involved or not." "He's quite right," agreed the censor hastily. Quite right," responded Chin at once. He immediately sent a steward to the yamen to find out what had happened. The four of them sat down again, and the players came on once more to perform an invitation to a feast and farewell. "His choice of scenes was unlucky," remarked Sinso Shi to Cao. "No sooner had he invited someone to a feast than he had to say farewell. In fact, the invitation fell through and he had just the farewell. Next, Brothers Meet on Mountain Wu Tai was performed. The players were about to give The Pursuit of Han He-sin when the steward came back and walked up to his master. "Even in the yamen they don't know," he reported. "I saw the clerk in charge of the files and asked him to make a copy of the circular." He handed it to Chin, and the others came round to read it. Scrawled on a thin piece of paper were these words: "Prefect Chi of Taichao on a case involving an important coastal area. We have received from Provincial Governor So of Chiking an indictment against Wan Li, alias Wan Qingyun, one of the ringleaders in the case of Brigadier General Mao Hisu of Taichao. Wan has been struck off the list of licentiates in this prefecture. 49 years old, of medium height with a sallow complexion and a sparse beard, he has fled from our prefecture. Since the provincial governor has issued an order for his arrest, we have sent our constables to apprehend him, and all the counties are to be notified. When he has been arrested, kindly send him here without delay to stand trial. This matter is urgent." An additional sentence read, "Let all county officials take notice of this." A runner had brought this circular to the county yamen. The magistrate happened to be from Chiking himself, and when he saw that this criminal was wanted by the governor of his own province, he led the constables to arrest him. But even the magistrate did not know the details of the charge. "Not only was the arrest a muddled affair," said Cao, "the language of the circular is muddled too. Wan says he is a secretary, yet here he is described as a licentiate struck off the list. Even if that were true, how could he be involved with this brigade general?" "You were laughing at us not long ago," Chin told Feng. "Do you understand what has happened?" "What can stewards discover?" retorted Feng. "Let me find out for you." He stood up to go. "Do you mean it?" demanded Chin. "Why should I lie?" And with these words he left. The fourth Mr. Feng went to the yamen gate and found 2 police surgeons there. These surgeons were willing to do whatever he wanted. If he said east, it was east. If west, it was west. When Feng asked to see the runners from Chiking, they took him straight to 3 officials' hall to find them. "Are you from the Taichao yamen?" Feng asked. "We are. What trouble is this Mr. Wan in exactly?" We don't know. Our prefect issued a circular saying he is a dangerous criminal, so summons have been sent to the different provinces. But if you have any orders, sir, we shall do what we can for you. Where is he now? Magistrate Fang has just finished questioning him, but Wan can't explain the charge. He's now in the outer gaol. Tomorrow, when we're given the official report, we shall probably have to start back. Do you want to see him, sir? If he's in the outer gaol, I know how to reach him. After you're given the official report tomorrow, be sure to wait for me here before you leave. The runner agreed to do so. Feng went with the sergeants to the gaol to see Wan. A great injustice has been done me, said Wan. Please give my regards to Mr. Cow and Mr. Chin when you go back. I don't know if we shall ever meet again. Feng questioned him closely, but Wan could not explain clearly what had happened. I shall have to go to Chi King, thought Feng, if I want to get to the bottom of this case. He did not say this, however, to Wan, but promised to return the next day. Then he hurried back to Chin's house. The players had left, and so had Sensor Shi, but Cow was still waiting for news. What actually happened? He asked the moment Feng came in. It is certainly very strange, replied Feng. Not only don't they know in the Yamen, but the runners from Chi King don't know either. Even Wan himself doesn't know. This business is so confused. I shall have to go with him to Chi King to clear it up. There is no need for that, protested Chin. We're not responsible for his troubles. I've decided to leave with him tomorrow, said Feng. If the charge is a serious one, I'll help him in court. I owe this to him as a friend. Since Cow was afraid of being involved, he encouraged Feng to go. And that evening he took 10 taels of silver to his house. This is for your journey, fourth brother, he explained. Feng accepted the silver. The next day, as soon as he got up, he went to 3 officials' hall to see the runners. You're early, sir, they said. He went round the corner with them to the Yamen and called at the file clerk's office to see Mr. Hisao, to ask him to hurry up with his report of this case. When the documents were ready, 4 runners went to ask the magistrate to assign them duties. The magistrate put a seal on the documents, then told the runners on duty to fetch Wan to the hall. The runners from Tai Chao waited outside the gate. Wan was still dressed in a gauze cap and official robes of the seventh rank. The circular said a licentiate struck off the list, thought the magistrate suddenly. Why is he dressed like this? He checked the name and description again, but there was no mistake. Are you a licentiate or an official? He asked. I used to be a licentiate of the Taichao Prefecture College, answered Wan. This year in the capital, because of my good calligraphy, I was promoted to the post of secretary in the Imperial Patent Office. I have never been struck off the list. No doubt your letter of appointment never reached Taichao, said the magistrate, and because of this charge the provincial governor struck your name off the list. We have no means of knowing. But you're a Chi King man, and so am I. I don't want to make things hard for you. Go back and clear yourself. He thought to himself, when he goes back, the local authorities will call him a licentiate struck off the list and punish him as an ordinary citizen. But as a fellow provincial, I must do what I can for him. With his vermilion brush, he endorsed the circular as follows. The age and appearance of the felon Wan Li tally with the description given, but he is wearing a gauze cap and official dress of the 7th rank, and claims that this year in Peking he was appointed as secretary of the Imperial Patent Office. I am sending him as he is. The runners are not to extort any money from him, nor must they let him escape. Having written this, he sent for the runner Chao Sheng, and called the Tai Chao runners in as well. This man is not a bandit, he told them. 2 of you, with 1 more man from our district, will be quite enough to escort him. You must take great care on the road. The 3 runners took the official report and escorted Wan out. They found Feng waiting for them. Are you the escort? He asked the local runner. Have you checked your man? He's checked, said the Tai Chao runners. This is the escort. When a man in a gauze cap and official robes left the Yamen in chains, 200 people crowded round to stare. The runners could not get past. Where do you live, Mr. Chow? Asked Feng. Just round the corner, said Chow. let's go to your house first." When they had reached Chow's house and sat down in the hall, Fing asked Chow to unfasten the chains on Wan's neck. Then he took off his outer gown and told Wan to change his official robes for civilian dress. He also told the runners from Tai Chow to go to Mr. Wan's lodgings to fetch his steward. The runners came back and reported, "None of the stewards are there. They must have run away. His baggage is there, but the monks wouldn't let us take it." When Feng heard this, he took off his own hat for Wan to put on. He had only a skull cap and jacket now himself. "These rooms are small. Let's go to my house," he suggested. Wan and the runners followed Feng to Hung Wu Street. They went into the inner hall where Wan kowtowed. "This is no time for ceremony," said Feng as he helped him up. "Sit down, sir." Then he turned to the runners. "You are all men of sense. I don't have to waste words on you. I want you all to stay here. Mr. Wan is a friend of mine, and I mean to go with him to see through this lawsuit. I shan't give you any trouble." "What do you say?" Chow asked the other runners. "Of course we shall do whatever Mr. Feng says. But we hope you won't be long, sir." "Certainly not," said Feng. He showed the three runners into an empty room opposite the hall. "Stay here for a couple of days," he said. "You can move your baggage here." Leaving Wang in Feng's hand, the runner went off quite confidently to fetch their baggage. Then Feng took Wan into the left-hand study and offered him a seat. "Now, Mr. Wan," he said, "you must tell me the truth about this trouble you're in. However serious it is, I shall try to help you. But if you prevaricate, I can't do anything." "You are behaving like a true gallant, sir," responded Wan. I won't deceive you. I shan't lose my case in Tai Chow, but here in Chiangning County." "What do you mean by that? Magistrate Fang of our county has treated you very well." "The truth is, sir, I am a licentiate, not a secretary of the patent office. Because I couldn't make a living at home, I started drifting from place to place. If I'd said I was a licentiate, I should have had to go hungry. But when I said I was in the patent office, the merchants and local gentry were willing to help me. Little did I think the magistrate today would record my official robes and rank on that dispatch. I don't mind facing a serious charge when I get back to Tai Chow, but the charge of passing myself off as an official is more than I can face." "Mr. Wan," said Feng after thinking hard, "if you were, in fact, an official, would you win your case? I met Brigadier General Miao only once, and I've never taken bribes or broken the law. I can't be involved very deeply. So as long as they don't know of this imposture, I ought to be all right." "Wait here," said Feng. "I have a plan." Having ensconced Wan in the study and the runners in the empty room opposite the hall, Feng ordered his servants to prepare a feast while he called on Chin. When Chin heard that Feng had come, he hurried out without stopping to put on his outer gown. "What's happened now, fourth brother Feng?" he asked. "You may well ask. Here you are sitting at home while disaster descends upon you. Haven't you heard?" "Heard what? Heard what?" Chin was thrown into a panic. "Nothing much, just a charge that will take half a lifetime to disprove." Chin's face turned the color of earth. He was much too frightened to speak. "What is his rank really?" asked Feng. "He says he's a secretary of the Imperial Patent Office. He may become one in hell, but he isn't one here." "Do you mean to say he's bogus?" "Of course he is. A man who is charged with a serious crime has been arrested in your house as an impostor. The governor of Cheking doesn't need any special indictment against you, sir. He is merely to mention the matter, and, if you'll pardon me for saying so, you'll find yourself like a rat in scalding water." Chin stared at Feng in horror. "Fourth brother Feng, you're an able man," he cried. "Tell me, what can I do?" "There's no good way out, I'm afraid. But if you can stop him losing his case, you'll be all right." "How can we stop him losing?" "If he's a bogus official, he'll lose. If he's a true one, he'll win. But we know he's bogus. How can we make him true? Is your rank bogus too? I was properly recommended. If you can be recommended, why can't he? Even if he is, it won't be in time. Why not? With money you can become an official. You have Sensor Shi right here to help arrange it. In that case, tell Wan to go ahead at once. If he could afford to do this, he wouldn't be posing. Then what's to be done? My view is this. If you're not afraid of being involved, then let him go through with it. But if you want to play safe, then get him this post. He can pay you back later, after he's won his case and is an official. It doesn't matter if you take a little discount. When Chin heard this, he sighed. I owe all this to my good kinsman, he said. Well, there's nothing else to be done, fourth brother. I'll provide the silver. You make the arrangements. You want me to pluck the moon from the lake. It simply can't be done. Mr. Cow must make the arrangements. Why Cow? Sensor Shi is a good friend of his. Mr. Cow can ask him to send in a request to the cabinet at once. We need to have such a request on record. Fourth brother Fing, you're a man of experience. Chin immediately wrote a card asking Mr. Cow to come over to discuss some urgent business. Soon the Hanlin arrived. Chin received him and told him all that Fing had said. I'll see to it, said Cow at once. This is very urgent, put in Fing, who was with them. Mr. Chin, you must give Mr. Cow the wherewithal to take with him. Chin went hastily to his bedroom, and presently had his stewards carry out 12 packets of silver, each worth 100 taels, which he gave to Cow. We must count half on friendship, half on money, he said. I provided this for the expenses in the inner chancery. Please ask Sensor Shi to arrange this business, kinsman. Embarrassed as he was, Cow had to agree. He took the money, called on Sensor Shi, and persuaded him to send a man that same day to Peking. Fing went home and hurried straight to the study. He found Wan sitting there looking dazed. Congratulations, said Fing. Now your rank is real. He told him all that had happened. Wan threw himself on the ground and kowtowed to Fing a good 24 times. Fing had the greatest difficulty in pulling himself to his feet. Tomorrow, said Fing, you must put on your official robes again and go to those 2 scholars' houses to thank them. I certainly should, but it's going to be very awkward. The runners came in to ask Fing when they could leave. We can't go tomorrow. Let it be the day after. The next day, Fing reminded Wan to go and thank Cow and Chin. The 2 scholars accepted Wan's card, but declared themselves not at home. When Wan came back, Fing sent him to the Temple of Imperial Favor for his baggage. The following day, Fing packed his own luggage too, and set out with the 3 runners to escort Wan to Taichau Prefecture for his trial. But to know what happened next, you must read the chapter which follows.